Okay, good morning, YouTubers as well. So, we are fully live. We got my charts up here. Let's kind of go through and see what's happening today. So, in the chat room today, we've been talking a lot about Kron. Obviously moved up pretty high in the pre-market this morning, and it's massively pulling back in a falling wedge currently. So Kron is major profit taking happen. We're now below yesterday's close, or actually we're right at yesterday's close. So this will be interesting to see if buyers come in here at yesterday's close. I'm sorry, not yesterday's close. We are below yesterday's close. What am I talking about? I'm looking at this line here. So we're at this support from yesterday, but we're below yesterday's close, which was around this area. And we're in a tight falling wedge. So maybe we get some support here, bounce up to yesterday's close as resistance around 1210. This number up here, 1350, was a target. If you go back and listen to our stream from yesterday morning pre-market, we talked about 1350, and this is a 314%. So this is based on pi, 3.14% retracement. So this was a level we were looking for this Kron to hit, and then potentially pull back after its meteoric rise. So be interesting to see if we pull all the way back to $10 today. Are we going to find support in here? We have a couple different lines to watch on Kron throughout the day to kind of see what's what and what happens with Kron. We're also looking at, let's go down the list right here. Staff. We're looking at staff right here. Staff is oscillating right now around this 265 level. Possible 50% retracement in play up around 343 today. So right now we kind of have this making a lower high in this pre-market right here, so we got to watch this angular resistance, and we kind of have like this kind of tight wedge happening right now on STAF. So we're going to look for this to kind of break out of this 265, see if we can ride the moving averages, get some bull flags, get up to this 343. Here's your top channel of resistance to watch out for. So if you're charting STAF, make sure that you connect these two lines, right? These 2 points right here from the initial gap up to the high, and look for this to act as resistance. Look for some type of an up channel or a rising wedge to get us up to 343 today on staff. Be prepared for this to flush, because this thing is known for taking pretty big flushes. You know, you can look at this hourly chart. It tells a pretty nice story of hitting some of these highs and then coming down hard. So it could easily turn into a red day at any point for STAF. You know, use your stops. Have a plan before you go into these trades, so you don't get caught in a trade. Let's see, IDXG. No, that's not what I wanted to pull up. IGC. There we go. Got my eyes mixed up. So yesterday we were on this one in the trade room. We talked about 115 being a major resistance. It got broke. Went on a nice power hour run. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there live for you guys yesterday. Hopefully today will be different. I think I should at least have a half hour in the afternoon for power hour. Right now we're kind of in this down channel, getting support at 115 again. So let's see if this runs again. We go back up to these levels. We've got our fib levels, so we'll be looking to take profit around these zones tomorrow, today, depending on how the price action is. Right now we're kind of trapped in this down channel. Have to see if we can get out of it. But I think there's a decent risk reward on this one, and opportunity for this to possibly get a bounce here again today. We're also looking at AFMD. This has got nice consolidation in the pre-market. You guys can see it made a high right around here at 465. And if you look at the daily setup, the 50 SMA is around 171. So we're blown up. We're way past all of that here at this level. So let's see. Let's go 465. Where's 465 on our chart? Wow, I can't even go up that high. I got to go back. So we're way up here. So we're going to go back on the weekly chart. Let's do a major retracement on this real quick. Got about 10 minutes before the bell. This one I think is well worth taking a look at closely. 2420. Let's try to get that close. And let's see, the low was 115. Let's see, I'm within a penny. Okay. Well, there we go. So this $4 range, 404, 405, this area with this high, now we've got somewhat of a price box to watch this in, with a possible upside target of 692. So what we're going to do is look for this angular resistance to break out. Maybe look for a rising wedge to break out to the upside if the Momo's strong on this one. Yeah, my voice is a little scratchy today. Just going back, reading the chat real quick. So that's AFMD. We looked at Cron. AMD is getting some major profit taking. Yesterday we talked about this red line on the stream, 2640 being major. I can't say major enough. Angular resistance. That's going back 20 years on a weekly chart. And AMD is, starting to run out of steam below 2650 on AMD. I will look for bounces, but I'm going to stay bearish on AMD below 2640. Above it, bullish all the way up to 31, but obviously we got some stops along the way to take out. We'll have to see if we finally make have a red day on AMD today. Is it going to make a lower high? Are we going to start to see outside candles starting to print on AMD? If we look at the 5-minute chart, we've got really an awesome range on AMD today. This could flush down to 25 and then bounce up to 26.40. So there's $1.40 potential range today for this to trade. So great bid-ask spread, great teacher, great volume. AMD is a great stock, great company. Can't say enough good about it. Hoping that this gets back above 26.40 and makes a higher high today. A lot of people keep trying to call the top on AMD, and they get caught and they get squeezed. So let's look at ABIL. This is another one we're looking at in the pre-market. I'm going to go for another 2 more minutes on YouTube, but I'll keep going on Zoom. So if you guys want to join our live stream today, head over to bullishbears.com and subscribe. And you guys will continue on with us throughout the day today. So, very important level around 420, 419 on ABLE. Right now we're kind of in this triangular pattern below 419. I'm going to be bearish with a possible falling wedge pattern. I'll look for a falling wedge, but 419 is going to be a very important level. We also have a descending triangle on ABLE. You can see kind of these areas where this line failed. I'm going to change this color to red, or we'll just make it orange. So we're kind of stuck underneath this descending triangle. We popped up to it, pre-market, pulled back down. Really needs to get above this descending triangle for potential play up to the 560s. Yeah, YouTube. I'll be live on YouTube in a few, or for our members. I am live on YouTube now. Sorry, just answering our chat room. So that's ABIL, bearish below this angular. and 420. So let's see, what else do we got? That's pretty much the main ones that I'm watching. Give me a second to look over my shoulder at the scanner here, guys. I do want to highlight Billy. Earnings. Falling wedge breakout. Inverse head and shoulders breaking out. We've got resistance around 1380 on Billy, so there's definitely some room to run on Billy intraday. This should have great volume. It's got a great ascending pattern. We've got a ascending triangle. Not super clean. Try to get that close to zero. Not super clean, but gotten out of it a few times. Again, 1380 I have as an important resistance. This could be kind of a pennant too. On BILI. So this one will be interesting to keep an eye on today. We might be able to get a trade on that. Maybe I'll throw on my fibs too. Yeah, let's do that. We'll throw a major fib on. Let's see, 2270 down to a low of about 909. Close enough. And here we go. So we're oscillating around this 1250. Looks like 1360 and 1380. Lots of questions for me in the chat room. It's the gap scan that causes me to look at. So stocks that I'm not covering that are on our watch list. Our watch list is kind of there. They're great setups. They've got the trade alert setups that are going to let you know breakout areas. Again, read our trade alert page and watch our video for more on that. But as far as these stocks, we're always using trade ideas in the morning to look at where the volume is, the gappers, and it's great to cross-reference to see if there's news, to see if it's a really big news mover. Then there's going to be more of a reason for follow-through throughout the day, depending on, whether it's an earnings or, is there a buyout or is there some FDA approval, agreement, sales, things like that. So we'll go more into that a little bit later. I'm going to stop the YouTube pre-market live stream now, and I'm going to change YouTube over to private. So if you guys want to join us over in our chat room and watch YouTube live throughout the day, you guys can do that. Thank you guys for checking in with us this morning on YouTube, and we'll see you on the other side.